we go. Have a lot to get to tonight, so I'm not going to do any waiting. We're just going to get started, and whoever joins in, joins in. All right, tonight, or late this afternoon, whatever you want to say, early evening, got ourselves a case of Last Jedi Series 2. Break is sponsored by Blowout Cards. Thank you to them. It was on sale, so it was recommended to give it a break. So I need to jog my own memory here on what exactly to expect out of this thing. Let's jump over to the checklist. So got our base set with 20 different parallels, printing plates maybe, autographs, let's see, image variation autographs, duals, triples, 6-person, the patches. I think the patches were, these were not very pretty ones if I remember correctly. Patch autographs, the source materials, I remember getting a couple of those. And the basic tons of inserts. So let's see. Well, this is looking awful blue. Why is it looking so blue? Must be the fluorescent light that's doing it. That looks a little better to me. So I see 1, 2, they're coming on board now. Don't forget, when you get on, if you feel like chatting with us, don't forget to post your username so we know who's who. Oh, I gotta rearrange where I've got all my stuff here. You know what? That was a parallel. There we go. Some of these parallels are easy to miss. One of the parallels of wow. Wasn't weapons? Was it artifacts? I think it was called. Grab myself a cough drop. Not like it does any good. Well. They do a pretty good job of hiding the patches because you only get.
Can you make it be a Velcro?
They only give you like 1 or 2 other cards with it, but I think it might be one of these two. Let's get that out of the way. That's our first purple.
Is it it?
Is that the...
Wait, you know what I think it is? Everybody go back to the
Ray, was it Ray Continuity?
I'm not thinking how to do it.
What they were called?
No.
Some more space here. If anybody's watching, that was watching last night. FedEx actually delivered today. So I got all my soft sleeves, so I
Okay,
can get back
I'll
to
try again.
packing what I haven't gotten out yet. I only took 5 days of a delay from them.
No. I think because you have to rip this. Alright. Is it this one?
So we get a plain BB-8. At least that makes sense. BB-8 with BB-8.
Oh. I did it. Yes.
Yep. How you doing tonight, JD? Oh, that's our first sticker. Here's a red. Do you have the number 1 pick in this break?
I mean, you guys have hits.
Yes, sir, by the way.
Mike, is this wide enough? I think so.
Oh boy, our 10% off coupon.
Smells good. Is this good?
No. Oh, there it is. Thought I saw it. The silver, which looks almost identical to the base version. So one thing they definitely didn't do right with these is the parallels. Some of them you just can't even tell.
Who's got a plane?
I gotta refresh myself on what cards are what here. I'm thinking about it. The stickers were 1 per box, weren't they? With the yeah, I just got the one. You got a gold and a red in the same, or bronze, whatever color that's supposed to be, in the same pack.
Oh, it wasn't.
So no, JD, you said, hey Ian, BTW, which I'm assuming was by the way. I was expecting that to be followed up with something. Gained another watcher. Who are you? There's our autograph. Start ourselves off with a gold. Tom Kane as Admiral Akbar.
Pratt? Or Hendo? I don't know. You see people playing One in the Chamber on Newtown. I only saw Newtown.
Gained another. We're on 4. Don't forget, post your username.
Alright, and then we start in this corner. Alright, everything looks good. Oh yeah, I'll make the spectators. Don't make the spectator here.
2 reds in the same pack. I do remember with this set, though, that I don't like the parallels, the insert parallels, same color, different numbering. That doesn't make any sense. That's a silver. For instance, red base card number to 199, red insert number to 99. I've already got 3 red inserts. And I definitely remember that some of the inserts, the parallel versions, are really hard to tell.
Okay,
Yeah.
who's that?
It's real easy to miss them.
No corner with the pyramid. Yeah, I got it. You are. Not it.
There's a Snoke face patch.
Wait, we have to get down to 20 health. Yo, who is this? Who is this? Hendo, hit me 4 times. Who's this?
What's going on here?
Chauncey, hit me 4 times.
You can hear him? It's a sticker.
Chauncey, hit me 4 times.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hit me 4 times.
I think he ended up finding a group of guys that he plays FIFA with that I think are...
One more.
I don't know where they all are. I know a couple of them are in... Or they're not in the United States. And I think they just kind of migrated to playing Fortnite together, too. How you doing, Adam?
Is everyone good? Alright, I'm editing. Oh.
So how did everybody fare with the random? I honestly, it's been so crazy with all these breaks you guys have me doing that I haven't had a chance to really keep up on some of it.
Yeah.
And sorry, Cantor, I know you asked me last night about,
On our team,
I had all intentions of trying to get to this, but by the time I hit the end of the Ant-Man break, I was dead.
Alright, he's good. He's good. He's good.
Where did I put right continuity?
Everyone go.
Oh, there it is back there.
Alright, go. Oh yeah, boys. Yo, if you look in the mini map in the top right, you just get arrow for head to. So he's on our team. They're just in show.
I had a very long day yesterday. We had
And there's a green arrow.
the soccer program that I'm a volunteer of, my local town. It was our end of the season pizza award party. Yes, I plan on getting to Game of Thrones tonight.
There's a door there.
I figure if I just go straight through, I'll finish this, take a 15-minute break to get it all out of the way, then I'm just not sure. I've been contemplating, do I do the archive box first, because except for the printing plates, we already know what's in there, or do I do the cases first, because it's more of a surprise, and hope that we at least have some decent pulls out of the case. But anyway, so I had that first thing in the morning. We got to be there at 7:30 to start, because we break it up by the different age groups. The little kids, they get munchkins and juice and milk, and then all the older kids after that, they get pizza and soda and stuff. And I had to go straight to a holiday party right after that, so I ended up not even getting home till 10 o'clock. It's that time of the season, you guys all know.
Hendo, are you doing the same thing that...
Have you been keeping track on what plates have been pulled? Like, I haven't followed it at all.
All four of us are doing the same thing, yeah?
I was just happy in the last archive box we pulled, the plates we pulled were of a character card and not one of the episode cards. Do you have the number one pick in that draft, or are you just, if we do pull it, you're gonna go make a major play to move up to number one? Because I know my luck has been pretty much on point.
No, so are you
I joined my Ant-Man break, I joined the Game of Thrones break, and both times I was pretty much right in the middle, so hopefully I'm not too far out to get anything good. Game of Thrones, at least that I only collect the base and inserts and parallels. I don't really go after the autographs. We got Commander DeAC, Amanda Lawrence. This is just a base autograph.
Oh no. Get out of here.
I figure with as big of a break as that Game of Thrones one is, there's got to be one of the sets of Chase will be available for me. Whether it be because I think I have the foil parallels out of all three seasons. So between the Beautiful Death and Relationships, Notables, excuse me, any of those that I might not have from any of those seasons. Hopefully something will still be there for me. Hoping for a nice sketch. So if we pulled a good sketch and we pulled a Daisy Ridley autograph, you're going for the sketch?
No. Yeah, pretty well.
See, I feel like on the whole, my luck, I mean, I don't want to be a downer on this, but my luck with Star Wars has not been the best.
I hear him. I hear him. I hear him. I hear him.
Base card. Chewbacca. Oh yeah, that's a gold, isn't it? No, it's not. Aren't the... Oh, Jesus. There was a card stuck to the back of it. I'm like looking at it. It's got to be numbered. Yeah, 4 of 25. That's a gold patch.
Why'd you walk by and come back in?
I started a trade thread for Game of Thrones. It's not 100% complete, but it's pretty close. But usually if I get to joining my breaks and I end up halfway decent, I'll take the foil spot, because then that gets me
Right, you're not allowed to play
the
in
entire set or close to it.
Right, you're not playing next round. And
What is it, the black in this? They're the one of ones, color-wise, for the parallels. Yeah. Okay. Just want to make sure if I happen to come across a black, I don't miss it. Well, what Rittenhouse does with Game of Thrones is some of them have sketches and some don't, and they usually make them really rare to pull. I don't remember. I'd have to look up to see, like on the checklist. Like I think, was it season 7 or season 6? One of them, you would get either a relic or a sketch, like one per case. Some of the older releases, I feel like there was one where you might have gotten 2 or 3 sketches in a case. But on the whole, yeah, you're looking at only, say, 1 sketch in a case, if that. Because that was the problem with, whether it was season 6 or season 7, I don't remember. But you had, what's that, right, continuity. People weren't happy that the sketches ended up being like one every 3 or 4 cases. Okay. Excuse me. The one cool thing that Rittenhouse does with some of the releases, they did it with Valerian Steel, and we were lucky enough to pull one where one of the insert sets, you could pull the original artwork. They had them actually draw the original artwork card size, not larger size, and have them shot down. And we pulled one of those, and they did it in one of the Star Trek sets, and we pulled one of those too. That's really cool. Oh, that's a sticker. You know, you probably came in late. They actually delivered it today on a Sunday. Because when they didn't come yesterday, I called today to complain. And of course, they said that the distribution center was closed, so they couldn't check on me. And when you call the 1-800 number, nobody has any idea why they would put what they did. But everything came. Of course, then I realized I screwed up my order a little bit. I ordered myself a ton of regular size soft sleeves, and I didn't order any of the thick ones. So I've only got like 2 or 3 packs of the thick ones. So now I gotta pick up some of those. Well, at least I don't go through those nearly as much. So I think I bought 20 packs. It's amazing how quickly you go through supplies. And I kicked myself for the first couple years I did this. When I would order from, get my case from Blowout, I'm like, hey, can you throw in 5 packs of this and 5 packs of that? And then just one day, I was like, why don't I just order directly from BCW and have them sent to me? And they're insanely cheaper because Blowout buys them. They get them for pretty much the same price I do, buying right from BCW, and then they mark them up, because they're not going to give them away. The new popular person to get anymore, Hermione Corfield. Base autograph, though.
No, so are we going to keep doing this?
But I ran out of soft sleeves when I was sleeving everything up from Star Wars Finest, because everything except for base and base refractors, actually base refractors I'll probably end up sleeving too. Because there aren't many of those, so I used them all up. Any of you guys watching football right now? How are the Eagles doing? I watched it. It was still 3-0 when I stopped watching it, or I should say, listening to it. Had it on in the background.
Oh no, he is. Oh, go. No, he's following us.
Pretty sure there's a patch in this one. Feels thick. Yeah.
Pratt, do you want to stop?
Go base Luke. Maybe these aren't the ones I'm thinking of. These aren't terrible. Whichever ones had the patches, maybe it was Solo. One of them patches were god awful. So you a football fan, Cantor? And if so, who do you root for? Sticker.
I just keep them out there.
Yeah, a buddy of mine's a big Vikings fan. This pack felt heavy. Maybe we get lucky and we got a printing plate. Never mind. 10% off. Yeah, I mean, I'm not an Eagles fan. I guess you kind of have to be by proxy just because I live, it's the closest team to me. But I don't really care. It's a shame though. I mean, they just, a lot of injuries. Just can't seem to put it together.
Yeah, because that whole time he kept going for me. No.
Well, I tell you what. Ever since, most importantly, is ever since I had kids, I don't follow anything. It's just too hard. I used to always follow. When I was younger, I watched everything, but I never was really a fan of a team. I was always a fan of specific players. So, like with baseball, I would root for the Padres because I like Tony Gwynn. Because I thought he seemed to be like the most class act guy in the league. Same thing. Basketball was always David Robinson. Hockey, wasn't much into hockey, and then I couldn't even tell you why I picked, but I picked Sergei Fedorov as the guy that I used to like follow and collect. But anymore, because my son's big into soccer, we try and watch English Premier League on Saturday mornings. If we don't have anything, since it's nice, it's on nice and early for us. Since they're 6-7 hours ahead of us. Yeah, it's funny. I have no recollection as to why I picked him. Maybe because when I was heavily collecting, it would have been like when I collected all 4 sports, it would have been like early 90s, and the Red Wings were, really good. That's all I could think of. But now it's mostly soccer. We'll watch, MLS. So we're Philadelphia Union fans. Watch Premier League, which I'm just kind of a general fan of the game. So it's hard to follow certain players. Base autograph. Kieran Shaw.
No. Because I can't can't give it to one person. Exactly. There's Pratt in the game. Alright, boys. Are we all ready?
Uh,
Yeah.
you know what? I know they. Cincinnati, I think, was the
Alright,
last
maybe
team that
three
got
times.
one. The last town that got a team. I don't know. I'll ask my son in a second.
No one.
I just want to check something here. So there isn't a. Usually they have on Cardboard Connection. They'll put a checklist of all the artists for sketches, but there are not.
Yeah.
I would think we got to be due for a sketch since we're
That's on Pratt. Three.
relatively far in and we haven't pulled one yet. But you'd be surprised how many different leagues there are for soccer in the United States. You'd almost want to call them like almost like minor leagues, but they're not really affiliated to any. Most of them aren't really affiliated to a team. Yeah, I'm pretty good with the artists. I was just making a statement. I was looking to see if they had a list, but they don't. Like what artists, how many artists are in the set.
Yo, let's all stay in this one. Let's all stay in this one. Hender stop. Let's all stay in this one. We come back in here. Alright, now let's make this one pretty artistic.
I don't know if you had seen, but since you mentioned that, there's our autograph already. Somebody had one of the sketches that we got out of Stranger Things was a signature I didn't know. Somebody ID'd it down the line because somebody else pulled somebody from the same artist, but it was an illegible scribble and then it's like a lowercase r in a circle, maybe afterwards. That's like the sketches we got last night in the Ant-Man break. If I hadn't have pulled one of Ryan Odagawa, however you pronounce his last name, I mean, no way in hell you can decipher his signature.
Yeah, stay here. Don't you stay here. Boys. Reese, come here. Come below.
Yeah, I keep saying to myself I should. There's a thread started. Somebody had started with is like the artist identification thread. I have so many sketches scanned in. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly right, Adam. You get so many. I mean, it used to be so much worse. I think they finally realized that they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. So they started doing that a lot more than they used to. Like I always remember in particular when I first started collecting or doing, non-sport stuff, say like around 06-ish, and I'd pull Brian Kong. Not a chance I would know who that would have been. But, now he'll sign his name next to his weird scribble thing. I mean, even if they just do their initials and it's clear, it's okay. You can narrow it down. Alright, so we get... Here's one of our boxes that do not have a patch in it, it looks like, because we got a sketch and an autograph.
Anyone in a plane can break it.
And so he's a nice bonus.
Okay. Wait, what if we do?
Hey, there's more parallels and inserts than there are base cards in a pack.
I have an idea. What if we do? So like we all. What if we all make? What if we all make our own sniper tower, and we have to like.
Alright, so we'll start with our autograph. Crystal Clark, base autograph.
What if we make 6 different sniper towers and we have like a sniper game? Like Window Wars.
Next, our sketch. Neil Camera, that's good. It's a black and white sketch. Not 100% sure on the character. Mitch Ballard, though, he's kind of easy to tell. His style is so comic book, like old school comic book. You collect that the Alien set a lot, Adam?
Just spawn them in. I think the sniper tower thing sounds cool. Alright, let's take a vote. There's 6 of us. Who votes on the 3v3? That's 2.
I actually, I won a sketch from, I think it's from, technically from Beckett, or from Non-Sport Update. They were having some giveaways before, probably back in early October, and
I'll just do that then.
I won a sketch from the set. I can't, well, I know it's a sketch of Ridley.
Which always make whatever.
Who was it of? What? Damon.
Can you stop?
Coburn James is the artist.
Hey, Jaunty has to go on their team.
There's another sketch already.
You can only hold 4 weapons. Yeah, everything. Oh, we're only doing snipers. God. Wait,
And you know, speaking of artists whose
snipers, yeah?
their logo, like if his style is, you know, so him, like you know, it's his. But
Everything are snipers.
that little signature thing that he puts on there, you would never be able to get Mitch Ballard out of him.
So everybody agrees on snipers. Is there a way to hold 5 things or no? Like a border fortress almost. Wait, boys, try make a wall in the middle.
Need to do a little rearranging. I put the biggest stacks of cards up front. I gotta keep reaching over them.
No crap. That's crap.
Rearrange a little bit. Okay.
Can you spawn ammo? That's me. That's me. I was just breaking something. You're so stupid. I think the island.
It's a red.
Yeah, I know.
Should be right about the level for the autograph. I'm not sure. I mean, it went up. I mean, it was when it was on sale. I mean, yeah, that's a no-brainer. Excuse me, $900. I mean, we did one break at $11.50. So, you know, is it still at $10.75? Because that's what it went up to when the break filled, and or when the break was almost full, and I got him to knock it back down. All right. Autograph is Dave Chapman. I know, I guess I'm being greedy. I would love to pull a David Lynch single signed card. Patrick Davis.
No, are you building supports?
Well, that and Duchovny. I mean, pulling two of the McLaughlin Lynch duels was pretty epic out of 3 cases. And I don't think I'm ever going to be able to top that. But a single Lynch and a single Duchovny, those are the goals.
I'm gonna support it.
Yeah, somebody posted, was it in last night's break they were talking about it? Somebody sold one for $1,200. Yeah, it's not like you have to worry about redemptions, right? That looks like a gold or a bronze or whatever color.
Well, in the back. No.
Well, glad to see that that there's a fan base that actually collects.
Yep, I'm gonna do it in the back.
R2D2 patch.
I'm gonna put.
That's the tricky thing, with some of the products. Because it might have been a popular show or, like a cult show, but it might not have a following in the card world.
Oh no, stop.
I'm sure there's been others like that.
Oh, we just have everything already out. No, come check this out and tell me if it's good. It's just like alright. I'm behind you. Like, behind everything.
It's like the one show that always surprised me that I would have thought a card release would have done pretty good with would have been Bones. I mean, they did Dexter sets.
Hold on, I'm working on it. Yeah, no, so I gotta weigh up from the back. I gotta weigh up from the back.
Yeah, I mean, I used to watch a little bit. Actually, the best part of the show is you only watch the first 5 minutes of the show because it always starts with them. Somebody finds a dead body of some kind in some weird way. That was always the best part of watching the show.
Alright, no, I got it. I'm done. And it has a couple reports.
Oh, come on.
Alright, are we ready to start?
Got to get a good autograph here.
Okay.
I still haven't watched the last Bond. What was that, Spectre? Or Quantum of Solace? What was that? Whatever the last one was, I still haven't seen it.
Oops.
I don't get a whole lot of time to watch TV. I was thinking about maybe watching Mr. Robot. I heard that one was pretty cool.
Wait, I found out.
Okay, our autograph now is the other BB-8, Ryan Herring,
No, it's Cataway joint.
base autograph.
Yeah, I did, but like now I'm in the lobby.
So now we've only pulled one of our parallel autographs. Usually you get, isn't it 3 in a case? So are you gonna watch every single Bond, even Moonraker? Or the which one was the George Lazenby one? Was that On Her Majesty's Secret Service? Okay, so you're pretty far into it. All right, both my parents were Bond fans. We when I was a kid, we had whatever ones were out at the time. I'm trying to think. Would have been excuse me, early '80s. Which is the yeah. I used to love watching it. Again, my mom. We used to watch. Oh wow, look at that sketch. I'm gonna hide that one off to the side. Well, you were looking for a nice sketch. You're about to get it. Anyway, me and my mom, we used to watch the Avengers. Diana Rigg was she was one bad chick, and even in Game of Thrones, she still is.
It's back.
I'm trying to think though, since you're all in the bonds right now. Which one was the one with the carnival? It was Roger Moore. I definitely remember seeing that one in the theater. I remember that one being pretty cheesy. I agree. You know, maybe at her age she just doesn't, care to be bothered with something like that. Because she recently, just a couple years before, she had done, she did an episode of Doctor Who, I believe. And then if it's the same James Bond movie that I'm trying to remember, there was the one where, again, it was Roger Moore. That's why I think it's the same movie. Where when he gets away, he's got the horse trailer, and then it was fake, and then the horse ass flips up and a little plane comes out. We got this, the ray continuity.
What about all these little red cubes?
Yeah, I'm drawing a complete blank. It's been so long since I've watched the old ones. They kind of all blend together. Like the one where he was in Vegas, and they had the hillbilly sheriff chasing him around. I think that was, again, maybe I'm getting them mixed together, but I definitely remember the one with the hillbilly cop.
Oh, I hit him. Who did I just hit?
Sean Connery never really had the more campy ones.
I hit someone for 157.
But the one with the carnival might have been Octopussy, the more I think of it. Which I believe, was that one Maude Adams? So if you're at Diamonds Are Forever, I think Octopussy would have been probably like 84, 85-ish. There's our autograph. Oh, most definitely.
Alright, starting now.
Just such a straight parody. Especially with when they had some of the names.
Okay.
I mean, they had their own, I forget his name, but they had their own odd job. Then they had the one girl, they called her a lot of vagina instead of pussy galore. But I would say, if you haven't already seen it, I will make a recommendation for you. Watch, I think there were 2 movies. It was called Our Man Flint. And it was James Coburn, and he was a secret agent. And that was sort of it wasn't a comedy, but it was definitely a lighter take on the James Bond movies. They're pretty enjoyable. Okay, we start with our autograph. Veronica Ngo. I always get that wrong how to pronounce that. NGO. Base autograph. Okay. There's the signature. And there it is. Look at that bad boy.
Chelsea, did I hit you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first life. The thing is, after the bullet is shot, you have a little bit of time to react. Wow.
Oh, it's definitely going to take a lot to knock that off in number one. I'm surprised they didn't sign the front at all.
Don't eat in the window. Ow! Another pounded. That was my first life. What do you mean?
Feels like a patch. Yeah. Gold Executioner Stormtrooper. Oh, the patch is a little crooked in it. That kind of stinks.
Lost with crap? I'm in. I still have a life though. 21. Sorry. Lost, where are they? Lost, where are they? Okay. Are they at the top? Jesus. Exactly. I haven't died yet. I haven't died yet. I haven't even died yet. Me neither.
Yeah, I keep looking at this stack of cards. More to sort. That is the one thing I actually like about pack breaks, is that I don't have to worry about this kind of stuff. Or like when Marvel Premiere, something that's, you know, you only have a few cards.
Yeah, my head is going in too. No, I don't know about that one, don't you? Chauncey, I looked down a little bit and all I saw was that bullet coming right for me.
There's our autograph. Nothing special again. Yeah, that's a red.
No, I'm not. No, still to your left. Tell me if I'm flying. I'll give a miss.
Is this red? This is
No, I'm
red.
on a red cube.
Mike
on a red
Quinn.
Cube.
Three boxes to go.
No, am I missing something? Where are the heels go?
So I wonder how many sketches the Glebes did for this release. I know they don't do a lot. There's our autograph already. Oh, that's cool. They might have only done 10 or 20 for the whole release.
One's on like the middle floor with the open wall is behind pallets.
2 golds in the same pack. 1 base and 1 insert.
No. I mean, we did when we could build. Oh, got him. I got him, boys. I got him. Alright, so crack that.
Did you? Another sketch.
Yeah, just do it. Just do it. Okay, yeah, now, okay. I just used dog fights the whole time.
Oh, 2 sketches in this box.
Yeah, 6 planes in the air at once. That sounds sick.
So we got 2 sketches and an autograph out of this box.
No, not even one. There's 6 planes at once. Those sound kind of sick. Yeah, just all 6 of us for ourselves. Can you turn everything with me? Wait, so we're doing a 1v1, v1, 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 v1 or 3v3? We're doing all for ourselves, or we're doing 2 games? Yeah. Well, yeah, now the teams aren't even. No. Yeah, go ahead. Turn on edit first. Yeah.
You know, these 2 sketches, they might be from the same person. I have them laying on top of each other, but the background is identical. No, huh? How do you like that? The way they did the colors. I'm going to show you both sketches just so you can see what I'm looking at.
Ow.
Look at the fade on those background colors. Just right. I just almost thought it was going to be the same person. Alright, so we start with the ship. That is Jose Ventura. So do a close-up of just that one. Let's focus.
Edit's on. I don't know.
The Ray sketch is Mike Master Maker.
No, they're not.
Not sure exactly. Yeah, you are correct. Base autograph.
Alright, now it seems
No, it's not a base.
Claimed and we're good to go.
Guess this is silver. Because it's numbered out of 25. 6 of 25. Andy Serkis. So that's decent.
No, can you make it free for all, or do you have to join different teams?
That was a good box.
Alright, see that. Those are not fun.
Good quantity of hits there.
I'll put that in the plane. Do the free for all. What? Why? Well, I'm stuck. It doesn't matter. You're on a plane. Who cares?
Alright, so you asked the question, Adam. I'll ask the same thing of you. How about your favorite artists? There's our sketch. So that means unless we have extra hits in this box as well, or no patch in this one. I know I'm just about done, but this is really bugging me. Okay. Yeah, you guys are picking some top-notch guys there. I don't think I'm familiar with Eric Mueller, though. The name doesn't ring a bell to me.
Gotcha.
I do remind me, like I like Eric Mael, Maell. Some of the stuff he did for Ghostbusters and Rick and Morty were really nice. Are you guys in the space break, the Viceroy one that's coming up in 10 days now?
Okay. No.
Some pretty cool looking stuff in that. I mean, you know, obviously you have to just be a fan of the general theme.
Mm.
Autograph.
Okay.
I know it's a tough one, but Carnival too. I just want to see them get got a printing plate.
Prize destroyed you.
I just want to see them get one licensed product just to see how they would do with that.
Purple. Practice basically crashed. Practice crashed off the mountain.
Now, getting back to the sketches, though, what about I mean, I know it doesn't look like anybody's going to be breaking any, but the fact that there's going to be sketches in Stellar too, and that's only is it only Meeks and Penix? I know it was Penix and somebody else.
I was trying to land on my plane and I hit him out of and killed him in midair.
Ah, Caballero, that's right. Yeah, I like Caballero. Does a lot of good stuff. He does a lot of Rittenhouse sketches. Okay, so another 3-hit box. We start with card number 64. It's a yellow printing plate.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, the only thing I could think of is that they're shedding some excess weight to focus on getting another license. Excuse me. Adrian Edmondson, base autograph. And who do we have here? Dave Fowler.
No, my plane. No.
Well, if you think about it, they've got one more season of Game of Thrones. Then they'll probably end up putting out some sort of an overall release. I'm sure they're going to do a second series of Valerian Steel. I'm not sure how much more they can really put into that, though. Game of Thrones is the only thing I watch on HBO. I wish Rittenhouse would get Marvel back. I don't think, except for Marvel Premiere, I don't think Upper Deck puts a whole lot of effort or thought into comic releases for Marvel. Um, I would say it took me to the third episode. I thought I did. First episode, I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. And then second episode, I'm like, all right, that was a lot better. And then by the third episode, I was like, all right, this show's awesome. So I would say if you were to start watching it, if you gave yourself the first 3-4 episodes, you'd be good. Yeah, I didn't watch either of those shows. I did. I used to like Carnival. That was a good show. But they never ended up finishing the show. Here's a gold First Order Stormtrooper. Alright, so that means it's just an autograph in here. No more sketches. I used to like, oh god, what was that show? So long. Dream On? Does that sound right? It's about like the divorced guy. And they always had, everything was like all these little TV clip things. Because that's all his parents did was sit him in front of the TV when he was a kid. I can't, it's been so long. Maybe they could do some sort of a release for the show about the whorehouse, cat house, the Bunny Ranch one. And they could have Dennis Hoff cut autographs. I wish they were able to finish the show, though. Even if they just, I mean, you figure that if I remember correctly, they were really hitting a pivotal point at the end of season 2 because remember the one character got killed right at the end, and oh god, I'm drawing a blank now. They probably could have rewrote it and ended the whole show in 3-4 episodes. I know the main kid. I mean, I know he's got a lot of problems. I had read about him. And so much for ending on a high note. No, I think that's a silver. Well, now that we're done, I know I didn't show you the last autograph yet, but I will say that obviously the sketches were better than the autographs. And I guess this is a red, so it's renumbered out in, yep, a red of Tim Rose. So we had 2 Tim Roses. The one thing I will say about Tim Rose, for the 5 million autographs he signs a year, he does have a nice signature. You would think it would switch off to just a scribble. Alright, so red Tim Rose, a base Edmondson, a silver Andy Serkis, a red of Mike Quinn, base Veronica Nago, base Brian Herring, base Dave Chapman, base Crystal Clark, base Kieran Shaw, base Hermione Corfield, base Amanda Lawrence, gold Tom Kane. So there are 4 parallel signatures. So there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? No extra autographs. 8 base autographs. And Dave Fowler, I'm just going to kind of do this real quick. So you had Dave Fowler, Mike Mastermaker, Jose Ventura, yes, our Glebe, gotta like that, Patrick Davis, and Neil Camera. And then besides that, we also got a printing plate right there. And then tons of different parallels. I'll have to go back through the inserts because it's easy to, when you're opening the cards up quickly, it's easier to miss them. So, I'll do my best, Cantor. Monday nights for the next month and a half, I kind of can't do anything. My son has indoor soccer, so tomorrow I probably won't get home till about 10:30. So, I'm going to do as much as I can, but I've got 2.5 to 3.5 more cases to open tonight, hopefully. So, I'll do what I can. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in a few minutes for a whole lot of Game of Thrones.